Hello everyone, nice to meet you and I appreciate your presence here. Today is day 2 of 30-day challenge in practicing my webinar titled Unleashing Your Inner Warrior, a step-by-step guide to transform trauma and dysfunction into emotionally intelligent leadership. My job is to give a public speech. I'm a life coach, but for a long time I didn't give funneled or focused effort in improving my public speaking due to various reasons. And while browsing in the LinkedIn, I came across Vincent Pierre, whose frameworks have really helped me. And based on one of the frameworks, I framed my content outline. And I'm very much resonating with that content outline, and I believe this will be really helpful for me as well as my clients. So I'm practicing it every day, and hopefully I will be improving a lot in these 30 days. Thank you so much. So we start with the welcome as usual. We introduce a safe, inclusive and open-minded environment for the clients to start interacting with each other as well as with me and understand the framework. This framework is designed with the self-work in mind. People who need extra support other than therapy can use this framework to improve themselves. This is not a substitute for your mainstream therapy. This can help you as a support system. So let's get down into the bigger picture of this framework. After welcoming session, we go to the introduction of the topic. We deal with the why, the reason behind choosing this topic. This is very close to me, my life, and I learned many lessons in this journey. Hope it will help at least one person who is having similar conditions and aspirations as me. We will be outlining the entire webinar in this introduction section, and then the next session is strategic transformation plan. I call this strategic transformation plan because it involves 3 elements: strategy, framework, as well as tools. Before entering into the strategy, framework and tools, we need to understand our pain points. So to understand our pain points, we must fully be aware of the present condition, accept that reality, and then we must envision or envisage this future that is like similar to a goal setting. Once we are aligned with these 2 things, our present condition and our desired future, only then we can work on upgrading ourselves. So it starts with the present conditions, and we move on to the desired future. We will analyze the pain points. Those are the hindrances and obstacles from from our present conditions and achieve the desired future. And once we analyze these pain points, we will be aware of the skill gaps which is not bridging us to the desired future. So we will be able to aware of those skill gaps, and we can work on improving those skill gaps. So the final section is bridge solution formula. That's where we integrate strategy, framework and tools to bridge the skill gaps. So it will take some time to maximize the efficiency and quicken the turnaround time. I went for this formula, and yes, this is also suggested by Vincent Pierre in one of his posts. Then we move on to the next session, which is about me, how I am the right person for you. You can, if my journey and struggles and experiences align with you, you can be better be confident about that, right? So that's why I wanted to introduce me and my experiences in the past in this section. So we will be answering two questions predominantly in this section. How have I walked in the in your shoes? And the next question is, what journey led to my present conclusions? So these two things will be answered here, so that it will give some kind of credibility to the formula I mentioned above. In the next session, we will be entering into the detailed part. We will be dismantling the bridge solutions formula in the upcoming sessions. The first, we will be taking on the strategy. This transformation is always non-linear. We cannot expect a linear transformation from point A to point B. This is not at all possible from my experience. So one day I believed that I was progressing, and the next day I was 2 steps back, and I was afraid that I am going back. Instead of going forward, I was going back and felt very tragic, and then I stopped then and there. It should not happen to others. So that's why I'm making it clear upfront that your transformation will always be non-linear. So to maximize your efforts, I decided to make it a cyclic habits, and to ease your transformation journey, I started to think and divide those habits into 7 types of sub habits. So mastering them, it will be easy for you. This strategy is something which we are going to implement repeatedly. Implementing the strategy alone can give you some kind of improvements without any framework or tool. But it pays well to formulate a strategy, and a habit-based strategy is very well inclined with our life once we get habituated. So next step is framework. This is the framework I have developed because of my experiences in the past. The search for the right attitude, the right mindset to approach the problems of everyday life helped me to unlock this framework. I am calling this warrior mindset framework. It consists of 6 pillars or 6 mindsets: abundance mindset, living in the present mindset, action mindset, learning mindset, acceptance mindset, and self-love mindset. These mindsets are interlocked with each other, and if you are developing one mindset, you can also easily develop the other mindset as well. It is designed in such a way. So it will be interesting to learn those mindsets and improve those mindsets. Finally, we are going to use the tools, and I gave much thought about these tools and selected these 2 tools. One is emotional freedom technique, and another one is a TFAR. The emotional freedom technique releases the pent-up energy within your body, within your nervous system. All these traumas and dysfunctions is stored in your nervous system as some kind of energy. You haven't processed those energy, and as a result of that, it is stored inside your nervous system, and it comes out as triggers whenever a similar situation or condition is repeated again, and you will not be able to do anything about it. So emotional freedom technique is the right technique to release those pent up emotions. The another technique is TFAR. It's a conscious based technique where we have to write thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. In the due course of writing 30 TFARs, we will be able to understand our own emotional patterns, thinking patterns, action patterns, and the situation that is caused due to our actions and decisions. So once we get to understand this pattern, the neuroplasticity in our brain understands it, and it works to change the situations on its own. So So that's why I chose these two techniques in the highest of hopes of delivering the results. The last one is implementation. This is where things get real. So people will be in different levels of skills with them because of the support system they have gained through their family, through friends, or education. We have three levels like beginner, intermediate, and mastery. People can choose the skill levels. I suggest you to start from the beginner level and then move upwards. And in the same action plan, we will be addressing 5 different areas: self-personal, self-professional, family, personal and professional networking area, and finally wealth area. These 5 different areas are very important for an all-round development of an individual, because one without the other is meaningless. So these 3 categories will be really helpful in addressing a holistic development of your personal skills. Finally, we will be summarizing the webinar. We will give the takeaways, chunks, the impact of the webinar in your life, impact of implementing all these techniques in your life. We will be discussing, and there will be some call to action whereupon I will be explaining various programs, workshops that will be available throughout the year. You can contact me through LinkedIn or any other email or any other means. Always available to you, and you can ask and get any help you want. Finally, we'll be addressing some frequently asked questions. You may have some doubts, and which you can readily clear it in the question and answer sessions. So that's all, folks. I'm giving you the outline, and today I feel like I'm much better prepared and more confident than the day one. My thinking process is a little bit quicker, and it is easier than I have experienced yesterday. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for your patience and audience and listening. Hope I will be able to deliver much value to you and be of any help to you. Thank you so much.